training camp is on the downswing, and I just finished watching the 3rd episode of Hard Knocks with the Cleveland Browns. So in this video, I'm going to give you a recap and a review of what I thought about the episode and all that good stuff. We're starting right now. What up, dude? What's up, everybody? It's Aaron Duncan here from Necessary Bluntness Sports Talk. This is a channel that might not tell you what you want to hear, but I'm definitely going to tell you what you need to hear. And on this channel, I give you a recap and analysis of the NFL, and in particular, the NFC South. So if you want to see more videos about the league, go ahead to the subscribe button below. Give this video a thumbs up. Share it with a friend. Tell a friend to tell a friend. All right, so episode 3 is in the books, guys. It was a interesting episode. It started out with a bang. Of course, you want to catch everybody's attention off the jump street. So it started off with the fight. I know fights have been a big prevalent thing that past week, from the Redskins and the Jets fight with Terrell Pryor being all scared to the Browns fighting each other with Jarvis Landry getting involved, and that's what it opened up with. But I'll get back into that a little bit later. So in this episode, Brad Paisley come and visit the team, and you can tell he knows nothing about football whatsoever. So it was kind of interesting to hear him give probably the worst motivational speech I've ever heard. But most of the guys on the team are fans of this guy, and everybody said, "Oh, my wife loves you. I've heard of you. I loved you," and blah, blah, blah. So he's pretty popular. He's a celebrity. So I guess it's the best they could get for Cleveland. And of course, I don't know if you heard this week, but they discussed the Tyrod and Tyrod Taylor controversy. Apparently, they heard him on last episode, one of the quarterbacks on last episode, pronounce his name Tyrod Taylor, not Tyrod Taylor, like everybody says. And come to find out, Tyrod Taylor's real name is Tyrod. It's not Tyrod, even though I call him T-Mobile. They just started calling him Mr. Taylor because nobody knew. Tyrod said that Lee Corso ruined his name and called him Tyrod, so he just went with it and didn't correct anybody. But his mama doesn't even call him Tyrod or Tyrod anyway, so he didn't really care. Let's get back to this fight. Jarvis Landry, of course, he had his spectacular catches like he does every episode, and him and I guess one of the corners, Terrell Williams, number 39, they were kind of going at it. They were battling at first in practice for a good amount of it, and they were just talking trash, and they were both making plays on each other, and it seemed like it was good, friendly competition. All of a sudden, Landry ran a drag route. He cut back. I think their feet got tangled up. It was incidental, but I don't know how much it was on purpose, but I don't think he was trying to hurt Landry. But Landry got mad, got up, threw the ball at him, and went straight Odell Beckham. I know they're homeboys. They went to college together. They're supposed to be like this, and you can tell how tight they are because they look like the same guys when they spazzed out. He looked like Odell Beckham versus Josh Norman. He was just going crazy, and the team broke it up, and Hugh Jackson didn't really say anything. He just kind of pulled him to the side, looked at him, and laughed. I think the funniest thing about this is Demarius Randall, their newly acquired corner from the Green Bay Packers, him trying to pronounce the word testosterone when he was trying to say that there's a bunch of testosterone flowing, that's why everybody's fighting. I can't even, the pronunciation was so bad that I can't even like imitate it again. It was like testosterone. I think testosterone is what he said. Testosterone, yes, testosterone, guys. I'm not lying, testosterone. But anyway, as bad as his pronunciation was, he's right. I mean, that's what happens. You're in camp for 6, 7, 8 weeks with these guys, and this is the only people you get to hit. I mean, granted, you get a couple preseason games and scrimmages, but you get tired of running against and hitting the same guys every practice. You're bound to get frustrated. You're bound to get into it with these guys. Everybody's competitors. I know they're all teammates, and this stuff normally happens. Taken from a guy that's played college ball, this stuff happens in practice all the time. It's normal, man. So I wouldn't read into it that much like the media like to do this week. Moving on to what we've been waiting for, the Dez Bryant situation. He was ignoring the GM's phone call, John Dorsey, but he tweeted that he'd be visiting, and he fulfilled that promise. He visited facilities. He came in there sleeveless. It looked like he was in pretty good shape, man. He was rocked up. He looked good. He was in good spirits. He dapped everybody up. The radio guys, the trainers, the players, the coaches, the GM. It seemed like everything went good. He met with Hugh. They kind of had a little inside camera. Shout out to Hard Knocks for getting that camera angle for that conversation. And the conversation seemed like it went well. I'm surprised that Dez didn't get signed or didn't come out with the contract out of his visit and his meetings. However, we'll see what happens going forward because from the previews, it looks like Josh Gordon will be back next week, which could put a damper on why they wanted to hold off on Dez until they see how Josh Gordon is, what kind of shape he's in. But from what I saw, Josh Gordon looks like he's in pretty good shape. They had him in the weight room. They had him working out. He's working out some expensive Balenciagas, which is funny what these millionaires do. But he looks like he was in pretty good shape. So we'll see what he has when he returns. But hey, real quick down below, let me know if you think they'll end up signing Dez Bryant. I mean, he hasn't signed yet, and he had a great meeting if you haven't seen the episode. But I wonder why he hasn't been signed yet. Let me know if you think they're going to sign him even with Josh Gordon coming back. But moving on to the game, I know the more controversy that came from the Browns was Jarvis Landry's nasty block on the Bills defensive back on the touchdown run in the game. A lot of people were debating where it clean it dirty. It was pretty much all shoulder, so it was definitely clean by rule. I think the only dirty part we were thinking about was this is preseason, man. Like, don't kill anybody in preseason. It's kind of the nature of preseason. People want you to take it easy by nature, but I'm a fan of if you're going to step up on that field, it could be your last snap on any snap. Play with your all. Play like it's your last snap earlier in the game and was talking trash and junk to him. So, I mean, he's going to get a little get back. And it is what it is, between those white lines and between those whistles. Of course, with Baker Mayfield having a decent game, even in the rain, and Tyrod Taylor having a steady game, the QB controversy is at an all-time high. The hype train is rolling downhill. No breaks in sight. We'll see what happens. I know a lot of these analysts are pushing for Baker Mayfield, i.e. Skip Bayless is pushing for Baker Mayfield to start day one. Granted, Baker Mayfield does look ready and capable. However, Skip Bayless seems like he's being a little bit of a homer. He's a big Oklahoma fan, of course, and a big Baker Mayfield fan. Myself, I don't think the Browns are going to win a Super Bowl this year, so why not take your time with Tyrod Taylor? Of course, he's steady, and then let Baker Mayfield ease his way in once you get about 5 or 6 games under the belt of Tyrod. But on the defensive side, the defense looked pretty stout and steady. Granted, yes, it was the Buffalo Bills. Yes, it was Nate Peterman and A.J. McCarron and Josh Allen. They made some plays, man. You gotta respect what they have offensively. They have a lot of good talent, good young talent. They've made a lot of top picks. They've acquired a lot of good free agents who spent a lot of money. So you expect them to perform. Greg Williams is a great defensive coordinator, Bounty Gate aside, but he's going to make these guys play and make plays. However, the biggest drawback, of course, with younger teams and teams that are freshly put together with a group of talent that doesn't have a lot of chemistry, that's not used to winning, they're going to have a lot of discipline issues, and that's what happens. Penalties destroy the Browns. They make dumb penalties. They miss a lot of plays. They get too hyped. They get overhyped. They get in fights and stuff like that. So it's just to show a lack of discipline, which will kill you. Penalties will kill you if you let them, and I think that'll be the ultimate thing that'll hurt them with growing pains this year. I think I have to win maybe somewhere between 6 to 8 games this year, and a lot of them will probably be close games just because the discipline factor. Some plays may go their way, and it just depends how they react to those plays. However, next episode, they'll get more in depth of the return of Josh Gordon. I'm anxious to see what's going to happen there. You guys let me know what you think Josh Gordon's going to do. Will they end up signing Dez Bryant? But without further ado, I'm Aaron Duncan signing off for Necessary Bluntness Sports Talk. I'll see you next time.